Israel Adesanya calls it quits with Alex Pereira. He says, my story with him is over. Still 3-1, damn it. I think Poatan is on a tear right now. He's just too good. I hope he retires undefeated like the rest of his career. It'll just be like, I beat that one time. I gotta be honest with you, I've criticized Israel Adesanya on this platform before, but there's nothing to criticize here. This is, in my opinion, big respect. This is something where to say this means you lack ego. To say this is something where this guy is secure enough to be like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to now be I don't need to. This isn't Game 7. This isn't the NBA Finals. This isn't that. I don't need to win 4 times against this guy. I beat him once. Knocked him out. Nice. Yeah. And I did it last. Whoever, laughs last, laughs best, as they say. And Israel, in their situation, laughed last. So there's that. I think this is really commendable, actually, from Israel Adesanya. I also think we're nearing the end of Israel Adesanya's career, which is interesting to think about because I've seen it from the beginning. I'm not one of those people that started watching his career when he became champion. No. I've been watching this sport way longer than Israel Adesanya's even been in MMA. You get me? So I've followed his career from start to finish, and if it was to end now, I still think he's the number 2 greatest middleweight of all time. I have Anderson Silva 1, Israel Adesanya 2, Robert Whittaker 3. That's my list. And, do I think Dricus could do something if he puts some wins together? Yeah, I do. But he's got to put some wins together. Just because he beat Izzy doesn't mean anything. Just because you shot Jesse James, don't make you Jesse James for all those Breaking Bad fans, okay? You may have beat him, but you got to then achieve the same accomplishments that he did. You know what I mean? He is that guy because of what he did, because of all the title defenses, because of the way he, was it always exciting? No, against Yoel Romero. But who was beating Yoel Romero at the time? Yoel Romero was a tough guy to beat at the time. It's just, you got to give credit where it's due. And I think even if he retires now on a loss, kind of on 2 losses, right? He lost to Strickland, then he lost to Dricus. If he ends it now, I'm fine with that. However, he is fighting Nassourdine Imavov February 1st. So that's right around the corner, guys. January, we're in January right now. Happy New Year to you all. We're right around the corner to potentially Israel Adesanya's last fight ever. I think if he wins this fight against Nassourdine, I think it may warrant a title shot again. You know what I'm saying? I think he gets winner. Like, I really think he's that guy. He's got that level of legacy that he could just insert himself again. And if not a title shot, certainly a big, huge fight. If he beats Imavov, let's say he knocks him out in the 2nd round or in the 4th round, right? Let's say he finishes Imavov. I think he 100% leapfrogs everybody else, and he fights the winner of Dricus versus Strickland 2, which just so happens to be February 8th, which is right around the corner from their fight, literally 1 week later. I think the UFC is betting on Dricus, meaning they think Dricus wins against Strickland again, and it's 2-0, and Strickland can stop crying, and Strickland won't be able to get a trilogy, which I think could happen, right? They could do that, but I think the UFC would then at that point bet on Adesanya. I think if Strickland were to win against Dricus by decision, right? Because he doesn't finish fights, let's be honest. By decision, I think the UFC would then say, we're going to put Israel Adesanya in. We're going to put Israel Adesanya in, and we're going to have him, handle this. And if Izzy gets that win, that's huge. And then they're going to do that versus, they have so many options. Izzy could even run a trilogy with Strickland. So many options for Israel Adesanya. If he can get past Nasruddin Imavov. This is a level of maturity from Israel Adesanya that I do not believe you will see from Conor McGregor. Just for example, I think Conor McGregor will harbor bitterness for his opponents, people like Khabib, people like Dustin Poirier, people like Floyd Mayweather. I think he will feel a type of way about them, and I think he'll just, I think he's that type of guy to hold on to it. Is he showing you a different path here? Is he showing you what you could do if you just, okay, yeah, whatever. It's 3-1. Man, you know what I mean? It's 3-1. That sucks. People could always say, oh, 3-1, 3-1, right? But ultimately, he won. He won last. He got a win. Why push it? I did not see a washed-up Israel Adesanya against Dricus du Plessis. I didn't see that. I saw Israel Adesanya that sort of lost focus and slipped on a banana peel, so to speak. It was his mistake that got Dricus the win. It wasn't necessarily Dricus. I mean, Dricus certainly aided to it. He certainly, was pushing the pace and doing a lot of things good. But Izzy had to make some mistakes in there, and that's the difference. And I think Izzy is going to possibly be freed by these losses, right? The loss to Strickland, the finish loss to Dricus, a guy who there was so much talk and so much emotion into the fight and things like that, and then to lose like that, it's rough. I think potentially those losses can free him and he can rise above this. Don't count out Israel Adesanya. For him to even win that fight against Alex Pereira when he was down 3-0. Remember that. He's down 3-0 to this guy. Knocked out twice. You know what I mean? The second time wasn't as bad as the first time, but still knocked out twice. And, you're going in 3-0. You're about to get swept. Izzy says, nah. Game 4. Gentleman sweep, we don't know because we're not going to see the 5th fight, but he goes in and sparks him, knocks him out. It looks like he was about to lose too. And for him to dig down deep and do that against a boogeyman of his, because that's what this guy was. This guy represented the boogeyman. I mean, he literally came from, kickboxing into MMA, followed him in. What the fuck, bro? In fairness, Izzy opened his mouth. Izzy was talking. He was saying, he's just going to be that guy at the bar. And Alex said, oh, Shama. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Okay. And then did what he did. And, point being, big picture point, for Izzy to even win that fight means that he's got something special in him. For him to, the title defenses he's got, Izzy's great, bro. Izzy is great. Alex Pereira is great. These upper echelon guys, they're capable of doing this. So I wouldn't be surprised if Israel Adesanya is freed from those losses and he goes in there and looks spectacular against Imavov, and he leapfrogs ahead of the division. Number 1 contender fights the winner of Dricus versus Strickland, and then possibly gets the title back. Who knows? But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Whether you agree, disagree, it doesn't matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.